Remember the Tide Pod challenge? When teenagers ate laundry detergent for TikTok clout? Well, Trump derangement syndrome just created something even worse, the Tylenol challenge. After President Trump raised questions about acetaminophen and autism links, liberals started filming themselves downing handfuls of pills to own the orange man. This isn't just stupid, it is deadly, and you shouldn't do it. And now a pregnant woman is dying from liver failure. Doctors tried to save her after she overdosed, trying to prove Trump wrong for a viral video. Think about that. People are literally poisoning themselves because Trump said something. The Tide Pod generation was dumb. This is insane. When political hatred overrides survival instinct, when opposing Trump matters more than living, we've crossed into cult territory. The footage you're about to see will disturb you. And I want to tell you, do not do any of these things. We're presenting this to you so you can be informed, you'd have context about what is happening in this country right now. Now, let me ask you something. If you built more than $100,000 or more in investments, do you really want it all riding on the stock market? Think about it. Banks, billionaires, even entire countries are loading up on physical gold and silver. Why? Because when markets swing, real assets hold their value. That's why I want to tell you about Noble Gold Investments. To make it simple to own investment-grade gold and silver, the same kind the big players are buying. And you can actually hold it in your hand or put it safely in your retirement account. You've worked hard to build your wealth. Isn't it time you protected it? Noble Gold is family-owned, trusted by thousands, and ranked #1 in gold IRAs 4 years in a row. Their precious metal specialists are standing by to answer your questions and walk you through every step. Simple, safe, and easy. Visit nextnewsgold.com today. That's nextnewsgold.com. It's time to protect what you have built. The number on the screen, 877-646-5347. Give them a call. Tell them Gary Franchi sent you. And remember, there's a video on the channel right now. We interviewed Colin Plume of Noble Gold, and what he dropped, the bombshell about Russia and Saudi Arabia, will stun you. It's never been done before. Check it out. It's on the channel. Now, just a few hours ago, Representative Anna Paulina Luna posting this. Please do not take Tylenol while pregnant for social media likes and views. You can really hurt your child. This is not a joke. Get offline. She attaches this. Liberal pregnant moms are taking Tylenol and posting it on social media. And she puts this inset image, looks like an official message from Tylenol. This is what they said. We actually don't recommend using any of our products while pregnant. Thank you for taking the time to voice your concerns today. This is actually happening. The right to bear memes. Trump, don't take Tylenol? What are the libs doing? Yeah, they're putting it where the sun don't shine, right? You gotta love grand old memes, man. Oh, and speaking of lunatics, this is kind of a sidebar, but this is Ben Affleck's and Jennifer Garner's daughter demanding mask mandates at the United Nations. I mean, this is top tier liberal lunacy. Saying we must do that again. We can recognize filtered air as a human right intuitively as we recognize filtered water. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner's daughter. This is Hollywood leftist lunacy.
Pain and exhaustion. For adults, the relentless beat of back to normal, ignoring, downplaying, and concealing both the prevalence of airborne transmission and the threat of long COVID, manifested in a series of choices. Young people lacked real choice in the matter and information about what was being chosen for us. Here's what we know about SARS-CoV-2. It is airborne, floating and lingering in the air. One infection can result in disabling damage to almost every cell in the body, from the brain and heart to the nerves and blood vessels. Every subsequent infection increases the risk of long COVID and places people who already have it in greater danger. Here's what we don't know, is what it does to reinfect children over and over and over again with no endpoint in sight from the day they are born. We are about to find out. As Dr. Akiko Iwasaki says, at this point, the whole population is the control group. And after only 5 years, long COVID has surpassed asthma as the most common chronic illness in children. 5 years. I am terrified for the children who do not or soon will not know a world without debilitating pain and exhaustion, who cannot trust their bodies to play, explore, and imagine, and who will not know the potential of their own minds unfettered by the cognitive damage from a COVID-19 infection. And I am furious on their behalf. It is neglect of the highest order to look children in the eyes and say, we knew how to protect you, and we didn't do it. We have access to a technology to prevent airborne disease, something that millions of our ancestors and millions of people around the world today would kill for, and we refuse to use it. And I shudder to think of where we will be in another 5 years of unmitigated infection and reinfection. But let me say on the topic of generational memory that while I imagine no one in this room was alive in the time of Jon Snow or Ignaz Semmelweis, many of you fought the long and hard battle against indoor smoking. My only memory of that era, at almost 20 years old, is being confused as a child about the no smoking signs on planes. Who would do that? That's gross. My hope for this event and my belief in this community rest on the belief that we can and we must do that again. We can recognize filtered air as a human right as intuitively as we do filtered water. We can create clean air infrastructure that is so ubiquitous and so obviously necessary, tomorrow's children don't even know why we need it. We need the people who remember 2020, who were not, like me, 14 in 2020, to be loud about the world that we were promised at the onset of the pandemic, when we and our institutions promised each other that if we only got out of that desperate acute phase, we would do everything we could to protect our communities going forward. For adults, the relentless beat of...
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Angie actually sent me that. She's like, you got to play this tonight. You got to show people this stuff. Here it is. Liberals chugging Tylenol. Do not do this. Do not do this. Like, this is how you own Orange Man? Seriously? This is the lunacy of the left. They come out with a warning, and they just go ahead and no, we're gonna own Orange Man. See what Owen Shroyer has to say.
If Trump walks out on the street and says, "My goodness, look at that dog shit. I wouldn't eat it. Don't eat dog shit," the Democrats would run over to that pile of steaming dog turds and start cramming it into their mouths and telling how.
That's basically true. I think that's what President Trump should do next. He should tell people to go out there and don't eat dog feces. That would be glorious. Wait, what? Even Tylenol telling their own customers not to use their products when pregnant. This was 8 years ago, but when Trump and RFK Jr. say it based on studies and scientific evidence, they're now anti-science. 8 years ago, they posted this. 2017. We don't recommend using any of our products while pregnant. Trump, don't take Tylenol and eat poop. Oh, man. The memes. Please give me the memes. After 4 pregnancies, Mary Talley Bowden, MD. After 4 pregnancies and practicing medicine for 20 years, this is the first time I've heard this. Well, it sounds like you're an uneducated doctor. The first time you've actually seen a post from Tylenol. Tylenol causes, here's the proof. This won't hurt my baby 23 years later. Oh, that's hilarious. Babylon B. Oh, boy. What are they saying? Babylon B.
Great.
Hi, lady. You're either pregnant or very fat.
I am pregnant.
How would you like your child to start a rocket company?
That would be great. I guess.
Then try new Tylenol, Autism Strength, the only pain reliever guaranteed to put your child on the spectrum. This fast-acting Tylenol quickly goes through your bloodstream and somehow, through some unknown process no one can quite explain, gives your child autism.
Are there any side effects?
Well, there's the autism.
Oh.
Tylenol Autism Strength. It may or may not give your kid autism. There's like a correlation or something.
Oh, Babylon B. I want to point out for the YouTube censors that that is satire. That entire clip was satire. So don't think that we're doing it. Oh, look at this one. Ooh, will you be stocking up on Tylenol? What is this? This is your typical leftist lib. Purple hair, screaming in a car, making a selfie video.
The Trump administration. So, can whoever owns Tylenol, what is it, Procter & Gamble? I don't know. Whoever owns Tylenol, can they not hold the Trump administration liable for these spurious, untruthful claims about their product causing autism? Like, aren't we not allowed to make claims like that with zero proof, and that will invariably lead to Tylenol making less money, like people not buying their product anymore. Now, I'm gonna keep buying it. In fact, I'm gonna fucking stock up, because I'll be damned if it comes down to it and I can't get my hands on some acetaminophen.
Wow. You're going to stock up because you think these people are just out of their minds. All right, we got more. Major breaking news here. This is Call to Activism posting this. Harvard-trained physician Dr. Lucy McBride says Trump's Tylenol comments could leave pregnant women defenseless against high fevers, a danger that can kill mothers and babies. And it says, Donald Trump is the last person I would trust when it comes to medical advice. Well, Donald Trump's not a doctor, for one. And that's why he has doctors around him. Dr. Oz. He has professionals like RFK Jr.
Could actually be put.
Donald Trump is the last person I would trust when it comes to medical advice. Acetaminophen is an antipyretic. It helps with fever. It helps with aches. And it's an important tool in the toolkit for pregnant women who are limited in what they can actually take for high fevers, for pain. And by the way, having a fever when you're pregnant is not only uncomfortable, it can be dangerous to the woman and to the child.
That sounds really important. Like, Donald Trump could actually be putting women at risk.
100%.
With fevers.
100%. I mean, remember back in the pandemic, some people died from injecting themselves with bleach for COVID.
My God.
Yeah.
I never heard that before. Probably more misinformation from the left. Here's another one. Dylan Mulvaney says he's going to take Tylenol if he becomes pregnant because that's the only thing that helps with his testicular pain. Oh, goodness. This is the sad story right here. Derek Evans posting this woman's remarks that a woman 25 weeks pregnant is now on a ventilator from liver failure. She's trying to prove Trump wrong. Goodness. Doctors say they do not expect her to survive.
Because we need to have a serious talk, and this isn't going to be one of my funny videos because I don't think this shit is funny at all anymore, and you people need to cut it out. Cut it out. I just watched a video from Nicole Sorrento on her Instagram about a husband who contacted her at 4 a.m. this morning. Do you know why? Because his wife, pregnant wife, who's 23 to 25 weeks pregnant, wanted to prove that Tylenol doesn't cause autism. Guess where she is? She's in a hospital on a ventilator with liver failure, and they said she's not going to survive. Okay? I'm angry. I'm so angry for someone to be that selfish towards their unborn child. And how stupid. Every single one of you who support this, you think it's funny, you're making videos. There's nothing cute, funny. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. I mean, to think that this is where we've gotten to, right? As a country, to think that people hate a man so much, not because they really have anything to hate him for, but because they're programmed to believe Orange Man bad, that you would go to these levels. You know, people joke and they say Trump derangement syndrome. Let me tell you something. I'm telling you, it's real. It should be labeled a real mental illness. Because I'm a mother of 3 sons. And I'm trying to put myself in the head of somebody who would do something so stupid and dangerous, knowing that they're carrying another life. I'm angry. I'm enraged. I have words. I'm at a loss for words. Stop. Stop. You I just listen, I'm praying for that woman and her child. I'm praying for her husband, for her family. Yeah. It's sad. It's really sad. We need to have a serious talk, and this isn't going to be one of my funny videos.
Wow. How sad. You're going to own Donald Trump and you're going to do that to yourself. Let's see. Liberals are taking Tylenol.
Hello. I know I says self, I know it cannot be true that liberals, these folks, what they're doing is they are starting to take Tylenols, honey, by the handful. And I said, there cannot be no way that because they're, for whatever reason, mad about something that is shown evidence that Tylenol has heightened autism in pregnant women, that now they need to feel like they need to take bottlefuls of Tylenol. Are y'all really okay? Is everything all right with you? Is everything all right? Like, I mean, do what you gotta do. Like, this is like your Tide Pod moment. I get it. Like, please, by all means, don't let me stop you from doing whatever it is you need to do to make yourself feel okay. But you know that's not a good thing, right? Okay. Read the back of the bottle before you take it. 0 out of 10 recommend. But if you need to do what you need to do for you to feel better, and you need to take handfuls of that, honey, by all means, do not let me stop you. But I'm telling you right now, it does not end well. Okay. I didn't want to warn you, but I felt like I was compelled to. I know.
I don't know who that guy was. That was kind of a weird presentation. So I want to go back to this. I was just checking out the community notes on this video we just saw. Because the community notes break it down. I was worried for a moment that this was like some kind of satire post or something like that. But they go a little bit deeper. The information comes from a post from Nicole Sirotek, not Sorrento. Sirotek is a nurse and founder of American Frontline Nurses. This is the post. We also have the TikTok video, but this is the post that she made. Got a frantic call at 4 a.m. from a husband who was given my phone number via someone who had it. His pregnant wife, now on a ventilator, dying of liver failure, trying to prove that Tylenol doesn't cause autism since this is trending on TikTok. He now has to make the tough decision to try and save an unborn baby that may not survive outside the womb in approximately gestation 23, 25 weeks. At the same time, his wife won't survive through the week and will never get to meet her baby. This behavior is ridiculous. This woman hated Trump so much because of the Harvard study on Tylenol and autism. She ultimately did this with Tylenol to try to prove Trump wrong. Her baby may not even survive either. Her husband now may lose his entire family because of the craziness of liberal women chasing TikTok clout with TDS. Now, I want to see if we can find that TikTok video as well. Let's see here if we can find that. I don't know if I have TikTok on this device. Maybe I do. I just don't want to have to install it. Maybe, okay, it's taking me to the page. I gotta log in. No, come on. Can we just? They banned me from TikTok, so I'm not even sure if I'll be able to play this for you. Unlock what? What is all this mess? What? This is wild. Seriously, I gotta jump through all these hoops. Can we just play the video? Something went wrong. Try again later. Of course it did. Let's see if we can at least... What the heck? All right, I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Let's see if we can get that TikTok video for you guys here. Don't have an account? Sign up? No, I don't want to do all that. I just want to see the video. Forget it. Anyway, you guys saw the post that was made on X regarding this. And it's just out of control what these people are doing. Let's see. Here is someone. Acetaminophen is dangerous to everyone. No one should be taking Tylenol. No one, says Dr. Jeffrey Bark.
And it was a morning message, Tuesday, September 23rd, Toxic Tuesday. Yesterday at the White House, a press conference was held regarding autism. And it was announced that there is a relationship, a causation between acetaminophen, most commonly known as brand name Tylenol, taken during pregnancy, and autism. I've been talking about this for a long time. That is, acetaminophen is a over-the-counter product that is in many drugs that is very dangerous to take. Why? It depletes the body's glutathione. Tylenol is the #1 cause of accidental overdose and visits to the emergency department. It is the leading cause of acute liver failure and the need for a liver transplant. Originally owned by Johnson & Johnson, it was spun off several years ago to another company. Of course, acetaminophen manufacturers are pushing back. Those that take money from Big Pharma are pushing back. There are claims that there is no direct causation, only correlation. Regardless, acetaminophen is a drug that should not be taken during pregnancy, let alone taken at all.
Wow. Here's one more clip for you guys. It was there. Here it is. This is Michelle Vu, MD. She does fertility medicine in New York, 28 weeks pregnant. What the heck?
Pregnant? 28 weeks pregnant. You know what I'm gonna take? Some Tylenol, acetaminophen. It's gonna work like a charm, and my baby won't have autism.
Yep, you just owned Donald Trump there, honey. Way to go. Look at all these posts. Look at them all. There's that one.
She don't know what she doing. This bitch is giving it out. What the?
Wow. I would play it, but I'm sure I'm going to get like strikes for music. But Trump's derangement syndrome off the charts right now, folks. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. My final thought is next. So this is peak Trump derangement syndrome. We've gone from resist to taking Tylenol to the point where your life is in danger in less than a decade. The left has created a death cult where opposing Trump matters more than staying alive. A pregnant woman now on a ventilator with liver failure. Doctors don't expect her to survive. Her unborn child's fate hangs in the balance. Why? Because she wanted to make a TikTok video proving Trump wrong about acetaminophen risks. Harvard doctors are fueling this. You know, it's a study that they presented. And you saw that. A fertility doctor filmed herself taking Tylenol while pregnant, laughing about how her baby won't have autism. The media amplifying every toxic trend if it owns Trump. So here's the truth. Tylenol is the #1 cause of acute liver failure in America. It depletes glutathione. These are medical facts. It's not politics. But mention Trump's name and suddenly liberals are chugging bottles like it's a frat party. The Tide Pod challenge was stupidity. This is weaponized madness. So here's my question. Should social media ban dangerous political challenges? Drop a yes or a no. Comment below. If you want to support our work, grab some gear at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com.